All right. We are good to go. Everything looks set. Sweet. Hey, Allison, welcome in. Thank you for joining me today. Get a couple more people in here and I'll turn the machine on. This is one of the blanks we'll be working on. That camera angle looks okay, I think. What do I hear running? Ah, there we go. That's what I hear. All right, let's try this again. No distractions from the other room. All right. So let's see. All right. So what we have here is we have Purple Heart, Maple, and Zebra Wood. And these are going to be a set of tweezers. And I have 2 sets to do today. Hey, Steve, welcome in, bub. So this one should be okay turn-wise. The other one, I have a problem, or a potential problem, but we'll talk about that when we get there. So let's get this thing turning. See how it turns out. Oh, see, that's it. Steve, this is what I was talking about before. These tubes are bigger than 7mm mandrel. So I use the Teflon to self-center. All right. How long do we pause for? All right. We're back. Come on. All right. Now we're back. I paused just after it started. Oh, geez. I think I'm going to make some knife handles like this. That looks really nice. Hey, Suzanne, welcome in. Just about round. Okay. Good deal. Hey, Michael. Oh, Miss Francis, that's going to be awesome. Yeah, still got a little flat spot there. Let's take care of that. That's pretty much it. Okay. That Purple Heart's really starting to come into its own. I was very afraid when I was first cutting it up that it was going to be too dark. Hey, welcome in, Mike. Let's see. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see. Grab these guys. All right. That's about right. This side needs to come down a little. So I'm just measuring the ends here where they're going to touch the hardware to make sure that we've got a nice clean fit. That'll work. Good. That's what it is. The grain gets a little squirrely, so you can feel it trying to tear out here. So we're going to have to sand that back pretty aggressive, but I think it'll be okay. Pattern's looking nice, though. What do y'all think? Hey, thank you, Grumpy, and welcome in. Appreciate you making some time to hang out today, man. How many people we got watching right now? 46. $65, $59, nice. If this is the first time any of you are watching the channel, thank you very much for coming in. I appreciate it. If y'all will consider hitting that subscribe button. At the start of the stream, I should have only been 16 short of 1,000. If I could break that 1K mark today on this stream, that would be great, and I'd appreciate it. Been doing a lot of turning on the channel because that's the stuff I have that I need to stock right now, but we do all kind of crazy stuff here, so. All right, let me get that cleaned up, and then we'll start working through the grits on it. Where'd my red go? There it is. What's bouncing, baby K? Where I washed over the maple with the Purple Heart. That's funny. So hopefully this week I'll be adding a UV light to my setup here. I'll be able to go back to using resin to cure on these things. Hey, Miss Patricia.
All right, so how's that looking, guys? I like that. Get a little finish on this thing and see how it's looking. I don't know if I want to do the CA or if I just want to. I think I'm going to do, well, I don't know that I have any CA to do it with because I ran out. I guess I could just hit it with some shellac. No, that'll take too long. Let's go with the good old standby shine juicy stuff. I don't know why everybody calls it shine juice. It's like one of those universal things. Everybody's got their own version of it, but we all call it the same thing. All right. Left to right or right to left? All right, we're going to go from the middle out. All right, we'll let that spin up for just a second and dry off. And then we'll take a look and see how it is. All right, so for those of you just joining us, this is Purple Heart on the ends, zebra wood in the middle,
and the 2 inlays are walnut. Maple. Jeez. Brain not functioning. All right. Well, cool. Glad y'all do. Let me get this down over here to set up a little bit. And I'll get the next one loaded up. Okay, so now this one's the one that I was saying is going to have a little problem. Could potentially have a problem. I've got this little triangle right here that I'm really afraid is going to come flying out on me. But if it doesn't, it should make for a heck of a pattern. So let us commence to futzing. Before we do that, though, I have a favor to ask some of you, if you don't mind. Just give me 1 second to find the link. How do I get to the main page here? There we go. Well, maybe I can't. How do you share a page from Etsy? All right, somebody try this link and tell me if it works. Please. Yep, it does. Okay. So the link I just dropped in the chat, my sister is a very talented photographer, and she travels all over the world taking really cool photos. And then she does what her and I do. We make art out of stuff. So she takes the photos she takes, and then she makes these really lovely pastel prints out of them. And she just opened her shop. We finally talked her into doing something with it. So if you guys don't mind just going and taking a look, don't necessarily have to buy anything. If you see anything you like, just giving her the foot traffic. I would appreciate that. All right. Now that I've run everybody off, let's get back to futzing. Hey, Billy, welcome in. So weird thing about doing these glue ups is the density of the wood changes so often. Sometimes it's pushing through like butter and then it wants to catch when you hit a harder wood. Hey, Zan, I'm glad you had a minute to stop in. Should be getting close to round here. So I know that part of the problem I'm having here is that the center of this is bouncy because it's unsupported underneath this middle section. But we're not going to let that stop us. Ooh, I got a big tear out chunk right here in the middle where I wasn't expecting it. But we got to cut down past that, so that's okay. Just going to have to be careful with it. See if we can sand down past that knot a little bit. What did we woohoo? Oh, 5 subs away. Nice. To those of you watching that are subbing, man, I appreciate y'all a lot. It's awesome. Dang it, man. I have no idea what this wood is, but it does not want to cooperate. Can y'all see that crack? It's just flying right out of that spot right there. And that little spot right there, it just keeps getting worse. So I'm going to keep going with it because I've got a little bit more I can go down, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to beat that or not. See if I can get on top of it a little bit. Well, maybe I can. Let's see. We'll keep trying. I'm just going to work this center section until I get it down to either show brass or get past the crack. Come back a little bit now. Well, we may just win after all. Let's see. Just about. Let me get a pencil. Come on. I got like a bazillion of those things in here. I want to go just inside this line. And then I want to cut, or no, I'm halfway through the circle. Let's do that. We'll just add a little shape to it, I think. Thank you, Baby K. Dang it. Did y'all see it? Oh, man. And it's the spot I told y'all I was worried about. Where'd it go? There it is. Well, here's part of it anyway. Nope. Ah, there it goes. The life of an art piece. So where does this even go? Oh, there. No. Here we go. Oh, I got 3 pieces missing? Jeez. There's one. And what is this? This is walnut. Yeah, that's not salvageable. Sorry, guys. Happens this way sometimes. Yeah, I know. It's the. It just is what it is. It was coming out pretty though. I will definitely be revisiting the pattern. because the rest of that is actually looking really nice. It'll have to be different woods because I think I'm out of this canary. But, I mean, I'm going to go ahead and put some more finish on this one. And I'll see if I have something that I might just be able to throw on here and turn just to turn, since you guys didn't get to see the second project finish. I feel bad about that. I feel worse y'all didn't get to see it finished than the fact that it broke. The breaking is just a part of it. It happens. And you can get flustered by it, or you can just, I'll dissect it later, figure out exactly what was wrong. It could have just been that I cut through a bad piece of grain. There may have been a small knot in there that I didn't see. There we go. All right. I'll take this over here and grab the hardware kit for it. Get a clamp. And these are really easy hardware kits. There's just a plug in the back for the, I say that and then I drop it. A plug in the back to hold the pocket clip on. Pretty self-centering, just easy. And a pair of tweezers. So I like those. Let me see what else I got over here that we can play with. Make some more shavings. This would have been a knife handle, but it got cut up for something else. So let's see about turning that into something. No. I'd have to drill that out. Well, I guess we're just going to call it a day because I don't see anything up here. I had a piece that I thought I had prepped for another project, but I'm not seeing it. But I did just clean the shop, so... Oh, there it is. But I don't think I drilled it out yet. I have no idea what this wood is. See if any of you guys can tell me maybe. This is the weirdest looking stuff. It's like green. And I can't tell if that's like spalting in it maybe, but it's super, super light. It doesn't weigh anything. It feels like you're holding a piece of styrofoam. It's absolutely crazy. All right. Well, if I'm only 3 away, I'll hang out. We'll do. This stuff is fun to watch come apart. It's not a very long piece, but I'll turn just that end of it. Y'all can watch the strap or the stripes come out. Center. I've had this stuff delaminate on me too, which is weird because you buy it stained and laminated. There's not many things that you purposely put at an angle. You want to try and keep everything spinning as center as you can. But this stuff, if you do that, the stripes just run up and down. But if you catch it at just a little bit of an angle, they kind of cut sideways and it looks way, way better. We hit 1,000. Sweet. You guys are amazing. Yeah, it's kind of gratifying. Better than watching something break. I don't know. Watching stuff breaks fun too. Note to self: have more than one project ready. Or 2 projects in this case. I need to do some glue ups. I've got a bunch of these offcuts from some of the acrylic and epoxy that I've been working on. I need to cut some of those up and do some kind of crazy glue up with them. Or I wonder if I could slice them up and do. Ooh, yeah, okay, yeah, we'll do that. Maybe I'll slice them up where this one failed in the yellow. When I recut this piece to try the blank again, maybe I'll cut some of this purple, turned really well, and so did this pink. So maybe I'll slice some of these up into diagonals and try and make my patterns out of them. That could look pretty cool. What do y'all think? Be different. Thank you, Patricia. So anyway, you can see that if you just do a straight cut on this stuff, you get, it's kind of boring, but if you cut through at an angle, this stuff gets really neat looking really fast. Oh, I have a piece up here that I cut. And it doesn't take much. So like here from the side, it looks like it's straight, but when you spin it around, you can see that it's a little elongated, but on the top section, you get that nice little teardrop effect, which looks really cool. So, all right, guys. Well, I think we're going to wrap this one up. Sorry for the disappointment of the blowout, but is the way it goes. So I think I'll be renaming the live on this one to Tragedy and Triumph. You can decide which is which. There's our tragedy. Here's our triumph. You win some, you lose some. Hey, Joe, welcome in. For the blue one, Baby K, is that what you're asking about? I'm going to try and, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll try and fix it. If I can find all the parts. The hard part is digging through all the sawdust and finding all the chips that came out. If I can find them, then maybe I can fix it up. No, those are, it's a company called Spectraply, and they make the colored plywoods in all kinds of different colors. Thanks, Joe. I could, Suzanne. Hey, shoot. Thank you. Appreciate that. But the problem is you know it's going to go up to the artisan shop, and I don't want it to look like it's been repaired. I'd rather just cut what's on the blank off and then start over, or cut what's on that brass tube off and start over. So most of these are experiments for me anyway, because I don't really know how the patterns are going to come out. It's I draw them up and I think about it. I'm like, okay, yeah, that might look pretty cool, and then maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So, or sometimes it explodes, sometimes it doesn't. So I think all of them can be made. I just got to figure out either better gluing techniques or pay better attention to grain orientation, which I think is my big issue. Um, like for this one, if you look at the walnut or the maple, you can tell that the maple is still flowing in the same direction as the purple heart and the zebra wood. But if you look at this one, the yellow heart or canary wood, whatever that is running at a diagonal, whereas everything else is running along the grain. And I think that's where the problem came in, is that I was cutting contrary to what everything else wanted to cut. So, I don't know. I've been running a lathe for many, many years, but I'm still learning the finer aspects of non-traditional wood turning, I guess. So it'll get cooler and better and more consistent as we go. Um, I will be painting tomorrow at noon, as per usual. I'll finish up the spooky season with that ghost. And next week, however, I will not be painting on Tuesday. I will be painting Thursday evening in Rob's regular slot. Going to move painting to Thursday nights for a little bit and see if that changes anything. But I will be back Wednesday. I'm going to do some more glue ups, and I'll probably about the same time that I was on today. I'll have a couple of more things ready to turn. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. I appreciate all the support. Thank you for getting me up over 1,000. That was amazing. I don't know if I'm over or if I'm just right at, but either way, it's quite the blessing, and I thank you for it. You guys have a wonderful afternoon. Take care of each other, and I will see you next time. Thanks for hanging out.